There we go. Hey guys, we're gonna be making this special dish called poutine. We need French fries. I don't have potatoes, so I bought like a lot of the John McCain fries. Wait a minute. Yeah, we need to preheat the oven at 450. I think that's what it says. So 450. Well, I should probably put it lower because, like, when the instructions tell you to put it at 450, you know, like, I think that they're probably gonna like do it on purpose to make you do it too much, so that to make you burn the fries, right? So that like you get like buy new ones after that. Anyway, I just discovered I can see on the other side. Look. See? You can see like the other room over there or something. Anyway, alright. So let's make the poutine sauce. Wait. When you heat the oven, right? Wait, I don't have anything here. Okay. When you like preheat the stuff, like someone said something that actually makes a lot of sense, that the heat comes from here. If you watch my cake video, okay, like. You see that I touched the blender that was here, and I said, well, why is it hot? And I didn't realize the heat comes from here. And this is the blender that I've used in so many videos. And actually, the blender was right over this, the thing, and well, the results are not very good. Well, as you can see, it's, well, broken. I don't want to connect it to the power because it's probably going to explode or something. So let's get back and we're going to make the poutine sauce. I'm going to ask you a quiz question. In what film does a police officer tell this guy, you ain't Abraham Lincoln? And later the same police officer tells the same guy, goodbye, Mr. Lincoln. Well, if you can guess that, you're a movie guru or something. So, I'll give you 5 seconds. It's actually a film called Once Upon a Time in China in America. I got my friend to upload a trailer a few days ago. You can find my favorites. Go to my favorites on YouTube, and one of the latest one is called Once Upon a Time in China in America. It's a trailer for a film. It's a Chinese film. It's like one of the best martial arts films I've ever saw. And I need cheese. It's a great martial arts film. It's like really fun. The thing is that it's sort of like stereotypical because like it kind of like says that all Americans are like racist or whatever. So it's kind of stereotypical, but whatever. Still a lot of fun. Now speaking of, we need cheese for the poutine sauce. Speaking of racism, you know, you wonder about like race, right? You know, a lot of human races got like whites and blacks and all like millions of races and all that. And think about like in the theory of evolution, right? You got this guy called Adam, right? He's like the first human and all that. But like I said, I follow the Genesis, you know, not the Sega Genesis Mega, rather like the Bible Genesis. You get this guy like he's Adam, like he's the first guy. But the Bible says something like you know, I'm the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, whatever. Like what this means, like you got the beginning and the end. Well, what about like Adam was like the first human? Well, he was also the last, right? Like think like he got a whole human civilization, right? And it's like, you know, they get destroyed by dinosaurs or whatever, and like Adam's the only one who survives, you know. And like, you know, so he's the last human, is also the first, because like he's the first human, and the new people, like whatever, you know, whatever. So like, you know, there was evolution before that, but then there's no longer evolution because like, you know, that they like by this point they like everybody was dead, like except for this guy. Whatever, who knows? I think the stuff is already heating, so we can put the fries to cook. Wait a second. How are we gonna? We're gonna open this. Is our Gotta hold the camera. I'm gonna hold the camera in my mouth, and it's pretty strange. Alright. Maybe that's a bit too much, though. We're gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna... This is too much, and we're gonna only make some for now. Okay, let's put it there. It says 15 minutes on the paper. Whoa! Maybe 15 minutes too much. Well, let's look at this. 12:45, 43, or 49? Yeah, it's 49. Okay, so 49. So maybe 49 plus 5. 5, 9, that's 4, 54, 64. So 1304. Alright. So let's make the poutine sauce. The thing is that you need like, you need cheese, and you need chicken. You need oil and salt or whatever. Now, like, it comes to chicken, whatever, it's all this, like, you know, the same stuff. You can use tuna instead, because, like, it's all, like, animal, whatever. Yeah, it's like, it's just the same thing, like, chicken's like chicken, tuna's like tuna, or whatever it is. Like, they're both like shit eggs or whatever. Alright, well, I don't have chicken, so I'm gonna have to use tuna instead. But just pretend that I'm using chicken. I need something to open this stuff. Man, I love rum. I gotta drink some more. You know, speaking of rum, you know, like rum is like a long time ago, like, you know, like hundreds of years ago, like in America, like they would get molasses like from England, right? And they would use that to make rum. And the rum that we're making from the molasses they got from England, they were using that, you know, in Africa, that were trading it for slaves. And so, like, the black slaves in Africa. So in a way, in a way, when you're, this is, the tuna smells bad. For some reason, I'm almost like, I don't know, whenever I smell tuna, I get sick. You know, like, when you drink tuna, when you drink rum, right? You know, there's this memory, like, you know, they use rum, like, they make it from molasses, they use it to trade for African slaves. So, like, whenever you're drinking rum, you know, in a way, symbolically, it's like if you're drinking a black man, but not like homosexual, but I mean, like, you know, there's like stuff like, you know, like historically, like slavery, whatever, you know, it's like, you know, like drinking black man. I don't know about, you know, then wonder, you know, like, you know, what color black people's sperm is, because like the rum is brown and all that, but like, you know, I wonder, it's like if their sperm is white. I mean, how does it like turn black with time? You know, when the baby's like developing in the womb, whatever, like gets like darker as it develops. No one does that. It's kind of mystery of humanity or science, whatever. That's not politically correct, but wait a minute, where's my oil? Okay. You know, politically correct, whatever. I mean, politics, like, it's the same stuff. Like, it never changes, you know. Thought's always the same. Like, you know, this pissing match we got nowadays with the Democrats and the Republicans in the United States, right? You know, the same stuff, like, it's been, wait a minute. Too high, well, whatever. It's been going on for like hundreds of years, you know. It's like the same sort of stuff. Like, you know, today you got like, you know, on one side of the Dems and the other side of the Republicans, they're always fighting and all that. But you got the same fights that were already happening like hundreds of years ago, you know. Like, back then you had, you know, the Federalists and, you know, the Democratic Republicans like hundreds of years ago, you know, and like you got the same arguments that were happening back then as today. Like, you know, the stuff like you know, how to interpret the Constitution. You know, you had like the Federalists were saying stuff like, oh yeah, well it has to be like a larger interpretation, more liberal interpretation. You know, look at what is the origin of those who wrote it, what is the intention of those who wrote it, and let's not just stop at the text, whatever. I was like, this Alexander Hamilton guy, and I used that to make the Federal Reserve, whatever. And you know, on the other side, you had like the guys like, you know, Thomas Jefferson were like, you know, the Democratic Republicans, and they were all like, you know, a strict interpretation, you know, states' rights, you know, anti-centralization, whatever. So, like, in a way, they're the same arguments. Like, you know, when you had like, you know, Obama versus McCain, it was the same stuff they were fighting over. You know, like John McCain was saying, oh, we wanted, you know, a strict interpretation, judges, whatever, and Obama was saying, no, the Constitution is a living document, whatever. But it's the same bullshit. It's been going on for hundreds of years. Same arguments, same stuff. Like, anyway, put more oil and waiting for what time did I say? 13 and 4 or 14 or it was 12:45, right? I don't remember. What time was it? No, there was a 9. Okay, it was 49. Okay, 49. Yeah. So 13:04. Right, 13:04. Okay. Let's wait until. Okay. You know what? This is boring. I'm gonna play some music. Wait, I'm gonna put this aside. I got a radio. Oh. Alright. There, yeah. Well, the wire to catch fire. It's one of my favorite songs ever, so give us a bit of ambience while we're making the poutine. All right.
Kaserne vor dem großen Tor stand eine Laterne und steht sie noch davor. So wollen wir uns da wiedersehen, bei der Laterne wollen wir stehen, wie einst Lili Marleen, wie einst Lili Marleen. Unsere beiden Schatten sahen wie einer aus, dass wir so lieb uns hatten, das sah man gleich daraus. Und alle Leute sollen es sehen, wenn wir bei der Laterne stehen, wie einst Lili Marleen, wie einst Lili Marleen. Der Posten, die Briefenzapfen schreit, es kann 3 Tage kosten, Kameraden, komm ja gleich. Da sagten wir auf Wiedersehen, ich gerne würde mit dir gehen, mit dir Lili Marleen, mit dir Lili Marleen. Deinen schönen Gang, alle Abend brennt sie, doch nicht vergaß sie dran. Sollte mir ein Leid geschehen, der wird bei der Laterne stehen, mit dir Lili Marleen.
Oh shit.
Lili Marleen. Aus dem stillen Raume, aus der Erde Grund, geht mit ihren
I think, well, it's almost getting ready. What about the fries? Oh man, they're very hot every time I open that. Normally I would have used a blender, but it's well, obviously it's broken now, so I can't use it. So you need the chicken sauce and the cheese curds. But you know, you can use any kind of cheese, because like, you know, cheese curds, you know, cheese is just like, you know, lots of milk anyway, so it doesn't change anything. All right. Let's turn this off. I need another pot. Wait a minute. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, man. Give me. Que moza. Alright, so, okay, we got cheese. Cheese, for the poutine. Nowadays, you can eat it, you know, in any restaurant, like, even like outside of Quebec, like you go like to Ontario, or I think maybe even like Vermont or New Hampshire, whatever, you can get it there. It's becoming more popular now. It's not just in Quebec anymore. So you got it. It's gluing to the bottom. I hate when it does that. Whatever. Okay, let's try the. It's probably a bit hot. I'm going to use a towel, or else I'm going to burn my fingers. Oh! The heat started getting through the. Oh, it just hit like right away, like ow! The first, first seconds, like the heat wasn't really there, but like it like later on. Okay, so I need something to get the fries from there to there. Wait a second. Something looks like, you know, like it's the transport stuff. This one. Okay. I don't know how to. Ow! Oh shit. All right. Whew. Okay, let's unglue this. Ow! Little drops of the stuff that are kind of like jumping or whatever. Alright. There's a sauce. So there you go. That's it. That's it. Whew. Alright. So let's taste poutine. I haven't eaten poutine in a while, so we're gonna I think last time was a place called Casual Spa in Molson Center in Bell Center now. It wasn't on the menu, but it's like so common that you ask for it. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm getting. Okay, this wasn't a success. Maybe you actually need the chicken, or maybe you need the blender. You know, like mine's broken now, but yeah, it's got to be more consistent. Like the actual sauce, like in the restaurant, it's more like the solid matter instead of like little pieces of tuna. But okay, whatever. Okay, well, you kind of get the idea. Put chicken instead of water, blend it, and make it like more like, you know, substantial, like stuff, like, and well, all right, that's it. So enjoy the poutine, and then when next time you come here in Montreal, you know, go to a restaurant, ask for a poutine, and you know, so it's really delicious. So see you guys later, yeah.